it's giving back, it's mentorship, it's food drives, back to school drives. It's just supporting my community in a way that I felt growing up at times that I didn't have.
Great.
Making a song about Coraline.
Yes! Oh, wait a minute!
She's a grand. Yeah.
Are we about to be best friends?
Yeah. The strength and even discipline, because it's like, I'm not doing this for me now. Like, I'm doing this for the village, for the team.
Yes.
Like, outside of the customers, I'm doing this I'm putting a job back in somebody's life that just lost one.
I think she's my soulmate, David. Are you a matchmaker?
Oh, babe, it's a wonderful day. Oh, babe, the sun is out to play. Oh, baby, things just have a way of working out, and I just wanna say, hey, 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 hey. See you once in a generation, just one individual face, and there's nobody else I choose, 'cause you're my one and only you. See you once in a generation.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashayla Byrd, and welcome to a special edition of Dancing in the District. Today, we're going to be talking with KNE Dancewear founder and owner, Ms. Kiara Ebron. Hello.
Hi, Ashayla. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm very excited. We were kikiing before this, so I'm excited to get into it.
Absolutely.
Just so the people know who they're working with, I'll jump right in with a little bit of your resume, just for those who don't know, because they should. You have a 20-plus year career in the arts, 8 years of experience in dancewear retail, a bachelor's in psychology, a minor in fine arts, and an MBA in business administration from Bowie State University. So you've used all corners of your brain at all times.
Absolutely.
Yes. Can you walk me through your journey into dance specifically and the moment or collection of moments that led to you starting your dancewear business?
So I began dancing when I was about 6 years old. I started off with Dance Dimension as a little baby. I transitioned back and forth between dance and cheer up until I went to high school, and then I branched out into, first of all, I went to Suitland, so I did the VPA dance program there.
Nice.
My junior year, I switched out of VPA and I actually switched into vocational, so I'm a licensed barber. And while I was getting my barber's license, yes, I got you.
Okay.
While I was getting my barber's license, I switched from dance to volleyball and softball. So I switched more into a very, very, very different field of life. But when I graduated, I went back to dance because dance is life. I feel like the body says what words cannot. And
absolutely.
Dance does that for me. It became a safe space for me, especially with a lot of things I was going through. It was a moment for me to just release without having to speak and tell people my story.
Yeah.
So that's why I really fell in love with dance. I worked with Dancing for Its Glory in Clinton while I was in undergrad. I worked at another dancewear store throughout undergrad and managed it. Came all the way up to that 8 years, and then they closed the store. And in the midst of them closing that store, it broke the entire dance community's heart.
I'm sure.
Even when the store closed, people were still calling and texting like, hey, I need this, I need that. Where is it going? What are we going to do? Because for one, it was the biggest accessible diversity based dancewear store in the area. And we watched the impact that it had on the community. So many people would come in every day and just say, I'm so happy you guys are here. I'm so happy you have this shade of tight or this shade of leotard, because I couldn't find it anywhere. And that inspired me to open KNE. KNE stands for Knowledge, Nurture, and Power, which is something that I live my life on. I base a lot of my life on just seeing other people smile, making sure they're happy, making sure they know more, they feel better, they feel seen and heard and respected. And that's one of the biggest things that we stand by. Everybody that comes through this door leaves feeling better than they walked in it. And that's the biggest goal.
That's amazing. I feel like especially now we need that more than ever.
Yes.
And then to the notion of just like that special shade of tights. I remember when I was a young dancer, like training, and pink tights. And it's like, well, this doesn't make sense. What am I wearing? And then it's like seeing what pink tights look like on pink bodies, essentially. White dancers, where it kind of matches your skin tone better. And me once asking the question like, well, why did we do pink tights? You know, the burgeoning journalist that I was, even at a young age. Why do we do pink tights? It's like, oh, so it completes the line. And it's like, whose line?
Yeah.
Whose line? I'm
so
like,
everyone's in uniform.
Right. I'm
Absolutely.
like, I'm cut in half by having pink tights on my bottom and brown body on top. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And then too, like having to cake my ballet shoes and like brown foundation to kind of emulate like an Ailey dancer or a Dance Theater of Harlem dancer for a project in high school, and it taking like
time,
four or 5
energy.
hours.
Yes.
And me just being on the floor of my kitchen, like trying to get this color, and it's just like coats after coats after coats after coats. So,
and don't go too dark.
No, exactly. It's like, because then if you go too dark, you can't really do much to reverse it.
Absolutely.
And then you just look like you have like bricks for feet. So that's really, really important. I can think of a number of instances where my kind of existence in whatever dance space that I was in was the exception and not necessarily the norm.
Absolutely.
And that's unfortunately something I had to get comfortable with in my dance training. Like I ended up going to a PWI, and I was the only Black girl in my entire like graduating class for dance, which was hard, but we made it out.
Absolutely.
So, do you still dance?
So I dance here and there. I mainly dance at church. So I'll do a praise dance at church, and I recently danced at my great-grandparents' funeral with my cousins. But I don't openly dance. I still teach here and there on Capitol Hill, but I feel like my transition has more so been out of the physicalities of dance and more into the realm I'm in. I love that I'm still in the dance world, but from a distance and at my own control. And honestly, I've kind of paved my own lane. Yeah. So it's like I don't have to worry about competitions, literally. I don't have to worry about anything that I don't want to worry about. Everything is mine, and I'm okay with that. And
yes.
Yeah. So through KNE Dream Foundation, KNE Dancewear, I'm still right in the realm of dance, supporting dancers and artists, and doing it with a smile, doing it with love.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. There's a lot of ways to support the ecosystem. Like people can't go on stage naked.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So having someone to get them the things that they need is definitely really important.
Not only that, but I am very injury prone. So I've had a lot of injuries over the time, so where I probably wouldn't even be able to dance the way I used to.
Oh, definitely.
And most people at some point in life, you have to stop dancing. There are 87-year-old dancers, but I knew I wasn't going to be one of them.
At Martha Graham.
Absolutely.
Martha Graham. Dancing.
So since I knew I wouldn't be one of them, I think it's great that I was able to still keep my love and my passion there without having to do it. And I still cry when I see a performance. So the dancer is still in me.
Yes. I always have questions. I always have notes, but I'm always just like so moved to be able to see art moving forward, art pushing forward, because as much as, you know, the current administration, mainstream society, whatever, wants to try to diminish the arts and make us make us do more for less, we will always find a way, and we will always pull at people's heartstrings and make them think about their humanity and come out of it a changed person, whether they liked whatever they saw or not. So that's really great. But being able to pave your own way and not do what everyone else says you should do, which I feel like is only two things. Either you teach or you perform. And it's like,
or I sell it.
Or you sell
or I
it.
help other people do it. Yeah.
I sell it. I help people do it. I write about it. I talk about it.
There are so many funding cuts when it comes to the arts going on right now. So I feel like this is the perfect place for me to be, where I can help 1, 3, 17, however many dancers I can to continue their dream now that I've fulfilled mine. So
people always gonna need a leotard.
Absolutely.
Even the girlies that are calling them bodysuits and wearing it with a nice high-waisted jean.
We have dance dads that come in and ask for the bathing suits. So it just depends on who you are and what you're looking for.
I love a dance dad.
Yes.
I love it. My dad was a dance dad. Whenever I come home, he'll do a little. I'm like, sir,
so cool.
You have no rhythm. It's okay. I'll peace, I'll love, but don't do that ever again. But yeah. on the website, it says that KNE Dancewear is passionate about inclusivity and that you ensure KNE Dancewear offers a wide range of shades, sizes, and styles to support every dancer's needs. I'm curious if you could talk about any moments of exclusivity that you might have felt in your dance or your business journey. Were there moments where you felt like, oh, I'm the only one here? Or, oh, they're not seeing me like that?
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I'm actually going to step out of my dance journey and even go into my dance retail journey, because even being a Black-owned dancewear retail owner, there aren't even a lot of us. So when I go to the conventions for dance suppliers and vendors, like, I'm in a room full of white people and I have to tell them, like, do you have this in any other shade options or any other? And they'll look at me and be like, no. Or they'll say, well, we have this one. And it's like, that is really dark.
That's
and
one
then this
option.
is really light. And that's what we have to make with it. So it even the search of finding that inclusivity, and I'll email Capizio or So Dance or Block and be like, hey, we need more shades, or we need this and that. And I feel like that really made a difference because they dropped Maple. So small things like that, small requests, and people being able to just speak up and say, like, this isn't okay. Because I feel like for a lot of other business owners that may not be our shade, they might not deal with that problem. Some customers might not even bring it up simply because they feel like they wouldn't understand.
They wouldn't have to think
about it. So
it's
like for us to have a little girl come in here and say, mommy, that's my shade, or mommy, I want that tight over the pink one just because it looks like her, is beautiful. And we don't just carry dark brown tights. We carry shades of brown that even our lighter and white dancers can wear, and it's still not pink. So it's like, it's kind of cutting pink out all around to let everybody know you aren't necessarily pink, and there are shade options for you. So and I love that so much, because it really brightens somebody's day, especially when they're trying to go for that skin tone flush look.
I feel like, you know, dancers love a neutral.
Absolutely.
It conveys a certain kind of image on stage. I think it expresses kind of humanity as well. And it's like, oh, at the end of the day, we are just people on stage doing this thing. And so having a nude that's actually your shade is so important. I feel like the first time I got a pair of ballet shoes that like were my exact skin tone, I posted it on Instagram. I showed it to my ballet teacher at the time, and she almost started crying. Like, we were very close, and she was like, I'm really happy for you. And this is, it shouldn't be a big deal, but it is for a brown or black dancer to be able to like have shoes that look like they belong.
Absolutely. And I truly commend like a lot of the vendors that are taking that step and opening their ears, their eyes, and just seeing, one, what people want, two, what people need, and three, what we should have been had, if we're being honest. So the fact that so many brands are starting to weave in these colors and these shades, with even down to the point shoes. Now some point shoes come colored, and it's beautiful. And they're even branching out to beyond the shades and doing orange, red, purple, black, blue. So it's like, it's inclusivity for everyone, for the artists all around. So that's beautiful.
And even too, I don't remember exactly the name of the owner of the business or the ambassador for the business, but you know, Hue Tape, where they're doing all of the different shades. Beautiful. Because I'm like, you know, sometimes I would like to kind of protect my little energy or my injury on the sneak. You know,
without it being a big black or a big nude strip of tape on
or
you.
Bright pink. Bright pink. I've had to do that a bunch of times. There was one time in college, I was like, we practiced a lift so many times over and over and over and over again. And I like messed up my shoulder, and they were like, all right, let's get you this Hue Tape. And it's like this massive
now it's a
pink
part of your costume.
No, exactly looked crazy. And what's crazy is it actually did kind of match my costume a little bit, because we had on like pink under parts and then like a lace over anyway.
But God forbid you were in the blue and green
because then I would have been looking
strip.
Crazy. I would have been looking crazy. We
With
can't
that
have
nice
that.
flesh tone Band-Aid.
Exactly. Starting a in and of itself is a monstrous, incredible feat. So I definitely commend you for that. I would be curious to know how you kind of assembled the support that you needed to be able to start a business? Because although the brainchild is yours, I think it definitely takes a team to be able to get things together. So I'd love to hear how you kind of formulated that.
So how I mentioned that I ran a previous dancewear store. It was actually in this exact same location. And the owners told me on December 6th that our last day open would be December 31st.
Oh.
And I went home to my mom and I boo-hooed like a baby and I cried and I cried. And maybe like a week later, I went on IRS.gov and I created an EIN number. Because I couldn't let it go. For one, I've done this the last 8 years. My bachelor's is in psychology and fine arts. I've literally mastered studying people and that rapport, that relationship I've already built with the community. Just so many things. And then I'm in school for business. So it was like so many things going on. And it was like, I think that God kind of ordered my steps for me to be everywhere I would. And it's crazy because I always said I wouldn't have a retail store. Like I was like,
crazy.
Me managing it. I was like, oh no, I'm fine where I'm at, you know. But it all worked out perfectly. And for a lot of people, I didn't even tell them I was opening up the store until maybe about 2 weeks before we opened.
Really?
I didn't even get the keys to the store till February 1st. But the only people that knew were the staff that worked at the previous dancewear store that were now out of a job and didn't even have like the decency of being let go like properly by the owners. They were I just had to tell them like, we won't have a store anymore. So when I told them the idea, they instantly were like, yes, yes, do it. Like no hesitation, maybe you should. Like there was no doubt about me doing it. And they gave me all of the encouragement that I needed and all of the strength and even discipline. Cause it's like, I'm not doing this for me now. Like I'm doing this for the village, for the team, like outside of the customers, I'm doing this I'm putting the job back in somebody's life that just lost one. So it was so many things. And there were days where we were in here till 2 a.m. setting up, unpackaging things, calling studios, creating emails. So I'm really grateful for my village.
Yes, definitely.
We got the keys February 1st. They took 2 weeks to renovate and we took 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we set up an entire store.
Wow.
And I'm very grateful for our beginner ambassadors because the store was nothing. And we're in here doing photo shoots. All we had was mirrors and a few other things. And we're doing photo shoots with the leotards, preparing our flyers, everything. So I'm really grateful for everybody that pulled through because a lot of them, I'm strong Black woman, don't ask for help. So
that's
a lot
exhausting.
of people, I didn't ask for help. And the fact that they saw it and filled in the gap as needed was like beautiful to me when I look back on it. Cause it's like, if I didn't have you, I just would have tried to figure out a way to do it. Like I still wouldn't have said, hey, can you do this? So I'm just so grateful that I had people that said, she needs this done.
I think it's definitely a testament, too, to your leadership ability and just business acumen in general that people were so willing to just jump in and be like, hey, whatever you need, I got you. Because I, too, have fallen prey to the image of the strong Black woman who doesn't ask for help and is willing to break her back before she says, hey, can you help me carry this?
I've literally broken my back doing that.
No, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Soft life. I'm not on the list to be one of God's strongest soldiers anymore. I'm a soft life.
I'm on honorable discharge.
Exactly. Just come help me out. Come help me out. So yes, like the community's belief in you, I think is another push, you know, because even when we don't think we can do something or we're like, oh no, I don't think I can. The community's like, oh, sure.
And they saw it.
And they'll push you anyway. Absolutely. It's always great when people see things in us that we cannot yet see. I think everything that I've been able to accomplish being in the DMV as an artist, as a writer, as a journalist has been because of people saying my name in rooms that I'm not even in. So I just hope that really continues for you, and I'm sure it will.
Thank you so much.
As I was preparing for this, was looking at KNE Dancewear's Instagram, and it's so fun. You guys are very active, very creative. I would love to hear about how you leverage social media to kind of bolster your business, especially in this current time.
Absolutely. So for one, on my personal page, I'm a content creator, and I really wanted to make that aspect when it comes to KNE because I feel like you get a customer before they ever walk in your door. I feel like you get support before they ever walk in your door, and you can make somebody's day without ever seeing them.
Exactly.
So it's actually in the guidelines, the policies and procedures to do an Instagram post every day when you come in. It doesn't matter what you post. They have their own creative freedom. You know, just no curse words in it.
Yeah,
you know, keep it clean. But outside of that, they can post whatever they want. And I love it because it's brought out the creativity in them. And they are amazing.
Yes.
Look, I'll open my personal Instagram and KNE pops up and I'm like, repost, tag, it's just beautiful. And other people will reach out to me about it like, oh, I love that video you guys did. I'm like, which one? And I have to go find it. So it's amazing. And I feel like we've had people that come in and say, oh, I found you guys on Instagram. I want this because of this post that your girls made. And it's like, I love them so much. We are a family. We're a sisterhood. Even down to our ambassadors, like throughout the year, we come together and we do group initiatives. For the New Year, we did like a pajama party and we did vision boards for the new year coming in. So we do turkey drive giveaways. We do bonding moments where we'll go do a sip and paint or just some type of team building exercise. And I love letting them know that I really love and appreciate them. Like I tell them, if I ever get rich, Lambos for everybody, okay? Because we
all go up.
Yes,
we go up
absolutely.
together.
We are a team. And it's like we've even had students like Tori over there. She's in Stevenson, and every time she goes on school break, she comes back and she'll text me and be like, hey, Kia, I'm gonna be home from this day to this day. I want to work. Like they come back, even if she graduates tomorrow and ends up with a full-time job, she still comes and checks on me. Like, and I love that because we've really built that rapport and we can all lean on each other in and outside of work. So social media has they give what they get. And I love that we can all pour into each other.
Before I got to DC, was a camp counselor for a long time. I think my energy definitely gives camp counselor because I'm like, whoa, we're so glad you're finally here. But something that we said all the time was like, people support what they help to create. And I think, again, not to gas you once again, but I think being poured into and invested and trusted to have that kind of creative freedom to help create the brand, definitely people want to keep coming back and being like, yeah, that's mine. And then become more protective of it and willing to stick around, do the work to keep this beautiful thing going. I also, when I was researching KNE Dancewear, also saw just the number of different engagements you have going. So I saw the point shoe fittings, you have pop-up shops that you do, you have your different studio partnerships. I was also really interested in the Dream Foundation, which is, quote, a community-first outreach program created as a reminder that just because people may not see or agree with your vision or dream doesn't mean it can't exist. I would really love to know what led to the formation of the foundation, and was this part of the KNE Dancewear dream at first, or did it kind of come along later in the process?
So actually growing up, I always wanted to more so be a community advocate of sorts. So if anything, I used the opportunity of the previous dancewear store closing and me opening KNE to be a segue for me to already have that relationship with the community. Because KNE Dream Foundation is like dear to my heart. Like no matter how old I get, that's probably the thing I won't let go. KNE Dancewear, I can not work in here for the rest of the year, but KNE Dream Foundation is scholarship, is giving back, is mentorship, is food drives, back to school drives. It's just supporting my community in a way that I felt growing up at times that I didn't have. So that one's more dear to my heart because it's just the possibility of me being able to help someone do something that I know I couldn't do before. And I just love that because I'm one of 6. So as one of 6, there are times where you're not going to be able to do everything you want to do. Even down to eating sometimes. So because of that, if I know that I can make a difference in somebody's family, somebody's child, somebody's parents, like relieving stress from a parent can control your entire household. So small things like that. That's why I do the scholarship. This is our 2nd year doing the KNE Dream Scholarship. And it just brings joy to my heart. And every time we do something, the response we get and just the gratitude, it just lets us know like, okay, we did the right thing. Like, it reminds you that this is why you're here.
You also listed what I am kind of thinking of as like pillars on the foundation site, and I would love to read those out for those in the audience. We have arts, STEM, and entrepreneurship education, leadership and character development, job and internship readiness, financial literacy and life skills, etiquette, mannerism, and situational awareness, and then lastly, community engagement and wellness. How did you come up with those? Those are very clear, specific, but also at the same time very broad reaching. So how did you formulate those?
Back to just the lack of what I had growing up. It's like once we graduate high school, we realized we did not learn a lot of things.
No.
We did not learn a lot of life skills.
Yeah.
I didn't learn how to cook until college. And that was because I burnt a lot of things first.
That's real. That's how you learn. That's how you learn.
But it's like small things like that. I feel like people should know. People should know how to do their taxes.
Child.
I'm tired of paying H&R Block and TurboTax.
I'm still paying TurboTax, unfortunately.
So it's like, as I, for one, becoming an entrepreneur and a business owner is monstrous, as you mentioned, but it's also expensive. So it's like a lot of things I had to learn and teach myself how to do just to save a coin or two. So with that, I was able to write down and take notes on a lot of the things processes I did as I did them, and I would share it with people. Like I would just be in casual conversation and just tell people, they'd be like, oh wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And it led to me saying like, wow, so many people, like I just thought it was me. Like, oh, maybe I just missed this curve. Maybe I fell asleep in that class. But
maybe
a lot of people don't know a lot of things that you would consider to be like basic life skills. And because of it, I was like, maybe we can beat them early into being a grown adult that doesn't know how to do a lot of small things, boiling a pot of water properly. It makes a difference. And I feel like it gives people confidence. It gives them courage and strength to do more and to want to learn more because they know more.
Absolutely.
And it also teaches them the skill of sharing it.
Yeah.
So it's like once you know how to do something, 9 times out of 10 you share that. And if I can share that with other people, I know that they'll share it with other people. So
yes,
just paying it forward. And those were like the highlights that I knew I probably got the least amount of help with, and I had to kind of teach myself and train myself on how to do it, opposed to being brought up in it. So
I took a dance or solo composition class when I was in in college. And smack dab in the middle of it, the pandemic happened. And so we were working with a lot of limitations. And the professor that I had at the time said a lot of growth and creativity can happen when you're faced with limits or obstacles in front of you, because it encourages you to think differently and go outside of the box, go outside of the norm. And so limitations, lack, things of that nature, if you're really determined, if you kind of have the work ethic that I'm sure you clearly have to be able to realize the things that you're envisioning, it's just really, really important. And it's great that you want to pass it along. And I think also your learning yourself deepens when you teach other people. And so I can only imagine how much you're going to be able to kind of dispel to others as you go further along in this, because the resources will grow, the knowledge will grow for those that are getting it from you, but also for yourself. What is on the horizon for KNE Dancewear and the foundation? And what are your biggest hopes for the future?
Okay, so on the horizon, which is very near, we have actually partnered with the Dance Institute of Washington. And we will be opening a KNE Dancewear hub on the first floor ground level of DIW.
No way.
Yes.
That's so amazing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we currently have that in the work. We're hoping to do our grand opening between mid-August to the beginning of September. And we're just really excited, both of us, for the partnership, the collaboration, the community. And then we're also this year for our KNE Dream Foundation scholarship, the winners, we're doing 3 winners that will receive a full tuition paid 2026 to 2027 dance season. So
that's incredible. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be there when it opens, breaking.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
You're more than welcome.
That's so
With
exciting.
tacos.
Girl, Columbia Heights, they got a few spots over there. So we be grubbing. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited for you. And that's going to be incredible for the dancers in that space, but also just in the community in general.
Absolutely.
And then right in the heart of DC, and I feel like that area is particularly busy. So to have that visibility is incredible.
Not to mention we bring the convenience of dancewear to that part of the area because outside of us, the closest stores you have are in Frederick or Severna Park.
That's so true. I didn't even realize that.
So we bring dancewear further up north, but it also provides convenience, that diversity and that inclusivity that we've been talking about. And then it also, that transportation, because there's so many people that will come here in the Uber or catching the bus here, and now you have another spot to pick from. So.
I did both. And you're right by the metro stop. Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, is there anything that you want to share that we haven't already talked about?
I am just so grateful for all of the continuous support that we have received in this past year. We just hit our 1 year mark on March 1st, and the support has been endless. The community outreach, whether it's physically, socially, psychologically, spiritually, we felt it all, and we really love it because the moments that we have a negative experience or interaction are so rare to the point where everybody's like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And it just reminds us that we're doing an amazing job.
Yes.
And we hear it so much that it's like, we love being that pillar of a Black-owned business where people come to, they know the exact service they're getting, if not better. And it's just an amazing experience from the smallest person to the largest person that comes in here. We make everybody feel needed. If we don't have it, you're not leaving out with a no.
We're going to
make sure. Yeah, we will go to Amazon. We will go to another store's website just so that you can have what you need when you come in here. And that is one of the biggest things that we pride ourselves on. And we're just so happy that people see it, they appreciate it, and they support it, and they continuously come back.
Only onward and upward from here.
Yes.
And this has been such an amazing opportunity to connect with a fellow strong Black woman.
Yes.
Period.
Soft girl transitioning.
Soft girl. We're transitioning. Yes. We're transitioning to a little bit of softness. We're still keeping the ferocity.
Yes. Don't play with us.
Don't play with us.
But we soft.
Thank you so much for having this conversation. It's been great.
It was a pleasure. I'm so happy to finally meet my social media celebrity.
Don't flatter. Yes. Stop it. Okay. Well, I think we're done.
Pet imprint.
What? See, I told you I don't know how to end anything. Okay, we're right.
I like the head snap.
And it's over.
You've got